So here we're going to start with a focus on Mesopotamia. This is going to be real basic. You're not going to come out of this lecture or reading with a strong understanding of Mesopotamia. There's just so many rich ancient culture here, and a lot that can be said. Just remember that, as I'll keep reminding you, that we're going over briefly various cultures, and I'm taking the focus of ancient religion as the main thing that I'm going to be talking about. That's the choice I'm making to kind of give us something to latch onto to understand. But of course, I'm going to be incorporating other details as well. And so just know that Mesopotamia is a Greek word used to define this part of the world. It means land between rivers. And we're talking about the Tigris and Euphrates. This is actually the area of ancient Iraq. Okay? And so if many of you are not familiar with this, Iraq is actually the birthplace of civilization. So regardless of what you think about the Middle East and what you see in Iraq right now, through war, through the lens of war, the reality is that you have writing a home, a city-state that really owes its history all the way back to this part of the world. Something that I just want you to kind of think about. And we'll even see that some of the religious ideas look a little extra familiar to some of the ones that we have been exposed to if you come out of a Judeo-Christian Islamic tradition. Okay, and so we'll be getting to that more a little bit later. I have here also just I want to link some of this ancient history to some of the things going on now. I mean, if you look at the bottom here, this picture was one that Saddam Hussein had himself depicted as an ancient ruler of Mesopotamia with symbols and garb all put together. And even though his political ideology was Pan-Arabism, he was more about being pro-Arab than anything else. I mean, in fact, not even pro-Islam the way that he was pro-Arab. His right-hand man, Tariq Aziz, was Chaldean Roman Catholic, and the founder of the political party he had was a Syrian Christian. What he saw was his Pan-Arabism, but also, interestingly enough, he wanted the ancient relics of the past, of the ancient world of Mesopotamia, to be absorbed into his identity as like this strong leader of Iraq, and that was some of the things there. Now, I have this video clip I want to just show right here, and I'm not sure how well you're going to see it on this Voice-O-Matic. I'll play it. It's by a guy named Timms. He's an Iraqi American. He's also Chaldean, that's a Roman Catholic background from Iraq up in the north. And he was critiquing the war in Iraq. I'm not showing this to you for a political agenda, but just to kind of try to bring in different perspectives on how the ancient world and the modern now come into being. I have had many of my students that are formerly war vets from Iraq, and one left the room when I was playing this. I want to really show respect to you for those who had to experience a war, especially this one. Please feel free not to watch it. I'm trying, and if you're a refugee from that part of the world and it bothers you, I just, again, I think that this is important to kind of draw them together, but I want to show a sensitivity to those who have experienced things in the modern times that can make this a little bit hard to watch. So here we go.
Somehow, someway, someday we gon' run this bitch down for what they didn't upgrade. Somebody somewhere say something. I tie myself out and I ain't change one thing. God Nas, it ain't over, man. It ain't over. They're still dying every single day. There's still bombs every day. It ain't over.
I'll end there and I'll go to the next lecture.